Is not this the kind of fasting I have chosen? To loose the chains of injustice and untie the cords of the yoke, to set the oppressed free and break every yoke? Is it not to share your food with the hungry and to provide the poor wanderer with shelter? When you see the naked, to clothe him and not to turn away from your own flesh and blood? Then, and I think your own flesh and blood there is in the Psalm 8 sense, not in the ethnic sense of my childhood. Then your light will break forth like the dawn, and your healing will quickly appear. Then your righteousness will go before you, and the glory of the Lord will be your rear guard. Then you will call, and the Lord will answer. You will cry for help, and he will say, "Here am I," responding to Psalm 88. If you do away with the yoke of oppression, with the pointing finger and malicious talk, and if you spend yourselves on behalf of the hungry and satisfy the needs of the oppressed, then your light will rise in the darkness, and your night will become like the noonday. The Lord will guide you always. He will satisfy your needs in a sun-scorched land and will strengthen your frame. You will be like a well-watered garden, like a spring whose waters never fail. So that July and August, reading this, my Youth for Christ friends and I, because my Pentecostal chick girlfriend was part of a Youth for Christ youth group, decided that we would be picking up Isaiah 58. And so we went from church to church in our town, eventually found the local Anglican church willing to host in September of that year, during a small school break, something that we call the Spring Pilgrimage. It's the springtime in South Africa. And we found a Catholic nun who helped us, and we gathered up some black teens from the township on the other side of the downtown, some white teens from our side of the downtown, and we played ping pong. We didn't really do much else. We played ping pong, and we just hung out with each other for a couple of hours every day for about a week, because we didn't know anything about each other, and we didn't know how we could respond to Psalm 58 if we were so clueless. And so that's what we did in 1982, as reaching out of the sense of wonder at God's creation of the human person to our neighbors, across the divide of heartbreak and the divide of neighborhood geographically in our city. And it was a result of that week that several of us were taken in for questioning by the security police as grade 10s. And eventually, my friend Wolf was tortured and shot. So these things are woven together, shalom and shalom breaking, wonder and heartbreak, closely woven together. So this evening I'll talk about how, from the foundation of wonder, in the face of heartbreak, we find hope reaching for us, and how we reach towards hope, and again how the Psalms tutor us in taking these stands of wonder, heartbreak, and hope in God's good world, broken as it is.